Welcome to Arifa Podcast Show today. And today on Elder Circle, I have an elder in our midst. When I say elder, this is an elder. Is Elder Ogunbajo David. Though he's going to do introduction of himself, but I want to tell you that today, when I say Emma Wiri, he's going to tell us a lot of things about his life. He is also an ex-retired police officer. I believe you viewers home and abroad will also learn a lot from Baba this morning. Baba, you're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Can we meet you, sir?
Well, my name is Prince David Adenuga, David Ogunbajo, Adenuga JP.
JP.
Yeah.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Where and when were you born?
I was born at Iwokpin in Ijebu Water side. Abigi is our headquarters.
Abigi.
Abigi is our headquarters. I was born on the 2nd of June, 1942.
1942.
Yeah.
2nd of June. That means
2nd of June. 2/6.
Okay.
1942.
That means June 2nd this year, you'll be 83.
Of course, that is true.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
I just want to digress a bit.
Yeah.
At 82 now, you look so handsome. When you were 30, 20, 40s, how ladies are not running after you so much?
I try to curtail myself.
That's nice.
Because I know the implication of following them.
But they show love.
Well,
you are too handsome.
They said I was handsome, but
yes.
I don't know.
But now I'm also confirming it. After at 82, I believe, of course, we don't have ladies in the studio. I would have said one should follow you home.
No, I've got enough. I've got enough children, got anything that can make me happy in life. I don't need women.
Okay, sir. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Now, can you give a brief explanation about your parents when you were growing up? Your parents, did you live with your parents when you were growing up?
I can tell you my history. The little I heard about it.
Please, sir. Let's leave.
My father was my father. I can't say was now. My father is Saka Omoba Badru Ogunbajo.
Yes, sir.
Was a prince from Iwokun. My mother was Memunat Oshiboyejo from Oni. They got themselves married. Okay. What I had, they gave back to me on that day. And before they gave back to me, I heard that there was a prophecy that they should do something. I learned that they didn't do it. Then after my birth, 3 months after my birth, the two of them fell sick.
Your parents?
Yes. I learned that it was so serious. My father retained my father. I had to go to Oni, that is my mother's parents.
Yeah.
They come and carry my mother. That everybody should treat his own. So I was carried along with my mother to Oni. There I stayed for, I think, 9 years or so.
With your mom?
With my mom and grandma, with my grandmom. Because my mother left me to marry and they left me in the hand of my grandmother. I was with my mother for those years. It was beautiful years.
9 good years?
9 good years. From there, my grandmother took me back to Iwokpin to come and stay with my uncle. They called him Matthew Oke. Very, very, very good man. Very, very good man. Very good, very kind. So I stayed with her. From there, I started school.
At what age precisely do you start school, sir?
I think I started school at the age of I started school at the age of either 9 years or 10 years.
That's when you started school?
Yes.
In those days, we used to have this belief that our parents, grandparents, our forefather, when a child is born, they go to soothsayer. Did they go to soothsayer? Because your name, David, mostly that time, this missionary just came to Nigeria and the most children that were born in your time were always having either Islamic name or Christian name. Is it the same thing happened to you?
Yes, the same thing happened to me. Why? My father was a Muslim.
Okay.
My mother was a Muslim.
Your mother was a Muslim.
Yes. The name they gave me as my bad time and that 8 days
Yeah,
is
okay.
Tawakalitu
Bolorunduro.
Balanduro. This David I am bearing is my Christian name when I changed to Christianity.
Okay. Okay, you started school at age of 9, 10.
Yeah.
How is your school life in those days in Ijebu?
It was interesting. Um, Initially, when I returned to Iwokin, one of my age mate or so neighbor went to school. He was proud, very happy. So I told my uncle that I myself wanted to go to school. He informed me to go to start school because my father and my mother, they were illiterate. Illiterate in literary mean,
Yeah.
that is in modern
Yeah,
education.
modern
But in
education.
tradition, prestige, and all other
They
honor
were not.
concerning nature,
Nature.
they were very rich. But in book knowledge, as of today, they didn't go to school. That is what I mean there.
Was your mom a trader or what?
My mom was a pretty trader,
A fish trader.
but my grandmother was a fish trader,
Fish trader.
selling fish, yes.
And mostly that time, forefather used to be either he's not a farmer, hunter, or whatever, or work with either the colonial people. What was your dad doing?
My father was a fisherman,
Fisherman.
and he's a fisherman. He was a fisherman till his death. His profession is fishing.
Now you did your primary, elementary, secondary school. Did you school throughout in Ijebu or you travel out of
No,
Ijebu?
I did not my school in Ijebu. That is my primary school at St. Peter's Anglican School. I did my primary up to primary 6 there. In 1960, I went to Ekwe Secondary Modern School, Ekwe, for 3 years. That is 1960 to 1962
Okay, for secondary school.
for secondary
You
school.
came to Ekpe
Secondary Modern School, yeah.
to come and complete that education or what?
No, I went to secondary modern school.
Okay, secondary modern school.
It was a 3 years course.
Modern school used to be 3
Uh-huh.
years.
Where they teach us all these subjects,
Yes,
but they particularly taught us that we must learn a trade. In
Then,
that
then in modern school.
then we have a carpentry section there.
Did
The
you?
women needlework, cookery, and all that.
Which
and
one
so-
did you learn?
Hmm?
Which one did you learn then? Which one did
I
you
learned carpentry, joinery.
learn?
Yeah.
Sir, can you tell us what transpired during your modern school days at Ekpe?
I can remember one day.
1960 and 1960.
Yeah, one day, I think 1962, one of my friends came to me and he told me that he's going to visit our mother. He said that you accompany him. I said, okay, let's go together. We went there. When we went there, we saw the woman. But what embarrasses me or surprised me is that immediately the woman saw me, she started to greet me in the traditional way of the old women in our house.
Yes,
The young women cannot greet me like that. But the old women, Oriki, was giving me that. I was surprised. I became embarrassed. Where do I know this woman? Who is this woman? How could you know me to this extent? But I controlled myself. I didn't want my friend to know that I was embarrassed. We went. So the third day, I myself alone, I went to the woman to come and inquire. Mama,
Who
good
is
morning,
she?
ma. Good morning. How you greeted me that day? I was embarrassed because not everybody can greet me like that, which means you must know me and you must be my relation or my parents or somehow. That's why you can know like that. Then he told me that is my father's sister. Then I asked her, my father never told me that he has a sister in Ekwe. Otherwise, I would have known. Immediately I came to Ekwe, at least I would have come to you to know you better. Then he said, when I I should look at her very well. I said, Mama, tell me your name now so that I can tell my father. He said, I should look at her very well. I said, okay. He said, as I see her, I say, yes. And describe her, I say, yes. He said, tell your father that this you see one woman in Lagos and where this is how it is. And I described it very well, you know. So when I went on holiday, I asked my father, my experience, I told my father my experience. I met a woman in Lagos and in a prayer with my friend, and the way he greeted me, I was embarrassed because it's only old women in the house, in the family, who are very conversant with the
The
custom
knowledge.
and norms of the house that
Yeah.
can greet me like that. So my father said he didn't know her. Then I went to my uncle, Baba Matthew, okay. I explained. That one told me the same thing that he didn't know her. I said, in this case, what do I do? He said, I should not run away from her.
Your
But
father told you that.
yes, he said, I should be going there. But give her respect. I should not be stubborn. If you send me a message, I should go. So I started to go there. So one day I went there. He said I was quite a long time. I didn't come. I said, yeah, Mama, I was preparing for exam. We are going to do exam very soon. He told me that this exam you are going to do, he said you are going to do it 2 times.
This same mama again.
That's the same Mama. I say exam 2 times. I say final exam. More than 3 exams, they don't do it 2 times, only once. And it's by the government, not by school authority. They say we are going to do it 2 times. I said, okay, well, I tell Mama. I said, if you say, as you say, we are going to do it 2 times, what about my position there? He said, I'm going to succeed. He said, I'm going to pass. The 2 times he said, yes. Okay. I said, okay. Thank you, ma. Then I started to visit her. One day I took one of my friends who is from Iwokin. I went to visit her. It's a native. And I've been saying this thing. Then I asked Mama, I said, Mama, this my friend, so, the name, the father, the mother, the street. He says from Iwokin and you are related. I said, all of us are going to do the same exam before together because we are classmates. He said, there is no problem. He said, two of you we are going to, he said, we are going to succeed. He said, okay. So at the other time, I didn't argue. Exam they say they are doing once. He said, we are going to do it 2 times. I said, okay. Then at one time, I went to visit my mom. We are joking. He said, if you finish school now, where are you going? I said, I'm going back to Iwokin. He said, we are going to Lagos. I said, Lagos. He said, I said, I don't know anybody in Lagos. How will I go to Lagos? Lagos, I don't know. I'm just hearing, we are just hearing Lagos. My father, my mother, we don't know Lagos. How will I go to Lagos? He said, it's Lagos you are going to marry. It's Lagos you are going to build house. All things most things you are going to do in your life, you are going to do it in Lagos. I say Lagos. I say,
And you have not been to Lagos.
I've never been to Lagos. My mother never been to Lagos. My father never been to Lagos. And we don't have anybody in Lagos. I said, Mama, how is this going to be possible? He said, that is what he's going to tell me. Whether I believe or not, he said, that is what it is. I said, okay. Mama, I'm not argue with yourself. So I said, okay. So
Yeah.
then when question one time, Peter brother, he came to Ijebu, we went to visit him with Peter.
To visit mama.
To visit Peter's brother.
Brother, okay. Okay.
Their father had case at Ijebu, so we
Okay.
went to meet them at the court. So when the Peter's brother and the other sister they met me, they knew we grew up together in our home.
Yeah.
They knew we are friends. Then he told me that he asked me what plan do I have if I finish school. So I don't have any plan yet. He said, will I follow Peter to come to Lagos? I said, well, since I don't have any plan now as of now, if we get holiday, we will come with Peter to Lagos. So when I heard that, I went back to Mama. He has already told me that I'm going to Lagos. This is a clue.
Yes.
So what she has said,
Yes. And
which
somebody is giving you
I
a
doubted,
yes.
Then I told Mama, I said, One of my friends, we grew together as an Urobo shark, but we grew together in at home at the. He said the brother said whether I will follow Peter to come to Lagos to work, to get work. Mama told me that I should not go with Peter. That if I go with Peter, I will not get work. It will be very hard for me to get work. And you know, if I may not even get work by the time I want it. I say, Mama, is that so? He said, yes.
That's the only option you have, to go to Lagos.
I say, yeah. I say, Mama, why should we do now? We have been crying from childhood. And our parents have become together. So we have been doing things together. I've been supporting me, I've been supporting you. I go to their camp, like one. They say, not that Peter is bad. They say, but our love are not the same. Our love are not the same. And I thought it within my mind, and you say I will go to Lagos, the only person here
Who is available to take me to
give the
Lagos?
option to go to Lagos, yeah, our love are not the same. I said, well, you don't. Mama has told me that if I go to Lagos, everything is going to be
I will make it.
So I left Mama, I left what he has said. I came to Lagos with Peter. When I came to Lagos with Peter, I stayed all the years I stayed with Peter. I couldn't get a good work.
Sure. Confirmation to what Mama told you earlier.
Yes, I couldn't get a good work. Then my mind was referring me back. This woman told me that if I come to Lagos with Peter, I will not get work. And now I came to Lagos with Peter, and I don't get work. What do I do now? So that was the time I said I went back
Now went back
home, which I stayed there
Mm-hmm.
almost 8 months. Singing to any other place. I got trained in Lagos before I left, but I still went to stay with Peter. Now what happens again is that during that time I got some friends who were sponsoring me, and within that whether 2 months or so, Peter told me that he's going to get married, that I should go back home. He gave me transport. I went to one of our townsmen. I told him that Peter has told me to go to return back home. He said, what do we do? He said, we didn't do. He said, did we fight? I said, there is no fight. Any quarrel? I said, there is no quarrel. So Mr. Blighty said I should come. If he's in his house, if I stay there, he's going to pay the same thing. The only addition is going to be feeding. We will manage. So I went to Mr. Blighty. What now surprised me most is that I didn't stay 2 months with Brother Laide before I got permanent job in life.
After you have left
And then
Peter.
I left Peter, which I stayed with you for 5
Now,
3 or 4 years.
what you are saying in essence now, this confirm what
This
the old
confirmed what the
woman
woman said.
presently
Confirmed
with
what
this
the woman said.
generation.
So then I've been in Lagos.
And you made it in Lagos.
Well, I don't I make it, but
Because you have children, well, you got children in Lagos, you got married in Lagos.
I got
I'm
married in
quite very aware that you had a son who is a medical doctor. So you made it in
I got
Lagos.
my children in Lagos. I married in Lagos. I got my children in Lagos. They were educated in Lagos, and they were working in Lagos. And some of them, like me, sure that we were trying in Lagos.
After this process, sir, how did you get to the Nigerian police?
Okay.
I want to know the story and how you rise in the police.
By that time, before that time, I went back home when I couldn't get job.
You went back to Jebu?
I went back to my people to come and find out what is actually happening. Because many of my mates, I saw them in the office. They were working in the office. They got job. I was leading them in the school. So now we came outside. I couldn't get job. So I went back to my people. When I went back, I met prophets. They were prophesying. They said there was something that they're supposed to do. I didn't do it. I said, is it me or my parents? They said I should fast. I should pray and fast. They said they will repeat to me what I should do. So after that, I started to fast. When I fasted and prayed for some time, I got a dream. The dream, they told me everything that happened when I was in the womb. and what they told them to do, and they didn't do.
Your parents didn't do.
So my parents didn't do.
Mm-hmm.
So in that dream, they gave me everything with which they said they should do that thing. So when I woke up, I went to meet my uncle. I greeted him, my uncle, Daddy, you have one wonderful dream to do. My grandfather told me that they said you people were the people who.
So all this thing was revealed to you in the dream.
Not I saw my grandfather in the dream.
Telling you these things.
Yes, telling me everything. That this is the cause of my problem. And he gave me everything that they supposed to use that time they didn't do. They didn't use. Then I asked my uncle. My uncle said, well, yes. They bought the ram. They said they are going to do it on Saturday. When he reached Thursday or so, they locked the house. Nobody came. They woke up in the morning. They didn't see ram. They didn't see anything. So they believed that the people who wanted the ram or so
came earlier.
Came and take the ram away.
But so, might be stealing.
No stealing. Stealing, we did not break the door. We did not open the door.
Okay.
Can they just come inside the room, taking
so
where they kept the
that what he's trying to say is that those things got disappeared.
It got disappeared, that's what we are saying.
Yeah, I'm very interested.
So said they thought that the sacrifice is done. I said the sacrifice is not done, was not done. This is the dream my grandfather told me, gave me, and everything. So you say, how do I know my grandfather? So I saw him in the dream. You say, well, what is his description? Can I describe him? I described my grandfather.
Physically, you don't know him.
We were dead before I was born.
Okay.
So I described it to him. I called my father. I described everything. He said, yeah, that's what his father. Okay. This is what you said you people should do, and you didn't do. Now he has given me everything. So when I woke up, I was happy that, well, I have known the way. Maybe my people now, my parents will now do it for me.
You're ready to do it.
They are ready to do it. I waited, they didn't do anything. So I started job on my own, doing labor. That time I got the money to do everything in a miraculous way. I did everything. They prayed, they did everything. After the everything, I stayed. I was doing this manual work with the farm. From the farm, I will go with them to uproot garlic for complete 88 months. The money I got, I did all these things. After doing it, I got another dream. Yes. I got a dream that I was on interview at Marina, First Authority in Lagos, and I was at home.
And you have not been to Marina before?
No, I was in Lagos. I went to Marina, been to everywhere now, putting application. Okay. So my mind told me that, well, my time to return to Lagos is very close. Let me look for little money.
Sir, at what age is this? This thing you were at?
I'm talking of 1965 now.
Okay, sir.
You know, I came to Lagos 1963.
Between 20 and 21 years.
20, then 63, 64, 65. 65 around whether October or so. I'm saying this. By November or so, when I got that dream, I came back to Lagos. When I came back to Lagos, I was going around to see all my friends to ask about the applications I have put, whether anybody has called me. So I crossed Apapa to Marina. I went to Ikoyi. On my return, my mind told me to go and see that man at Post Authority, headquarters, Marina. I went there. When I went there, I met them doing interview. Yes.
The same day you got it, you made them conduct interview.
I saw them, you met them doing interview. They asked, David, how are you? This and that. We have been looking for you. We didn't see what is happening. I said, I traveled. I've just returned. I said, I should share. They said, I saw certificates and everything. I said, I'm not having anything now. They said, okay, let's do the other one for you. I start participating in the interview. So later they said I was successful. I was successful. All this work I have been looking for since all these days. Now I'm successful. Thank God. So this is how I started my first life. Then I was employed. The security of the Post Authority. Then, so after that when I did that for about 2 years or something, I decided to go and join the police.
You were not comfortable with the NPA job, or
Um,
you were looking at maybe you feel like you want to put on khaki. Those days, children is either you see a policeman, an army, or navy, you'll be enticed with their uniform. What enticed you to the police? Why you left
I have got so many friends among the policemen.
NPA? Okay, okay,
So I decided to join the police.
okay.
So when I started, when I went to police college, I was posted back to Post Authority Dog Section.
The same port authority you left to join the police.
That is Marina.
Marina.
From there, I was posted to
Okay.
Lagos.
Mm-hmm.
From Lagos, I was posted to Kefi Street.
Okay.
That is our headquarters,
Yeah.
dog section.
Yeah.
Then in that dog section now, they said they are going to open police dog section
Okay.
in Post Authority.
Okay. They have not opened before then.
They have not opened before
So
then.
you are among the
They
first
said they
set.
are going to open. Being that they are going to open, I was thinking that being one of the pioneers,
Okay.
I would stand a good opportunity for progress in life.
That place.
And it's a quiet place. So I opted. That's how I started volunteering.
So that's how you started your police
Yeah.
career.
That was 1/7/1968. I went to police college. When I passed out, then I was posted.
That's 1st of July 1960.
1968.
That's when you first enlisted in the Nigerian Police.
Yes.
Your career in the Nigerian Police.
Yeah.
The beginning. How does it look like?
I enjoy it. Like us career, when there is no way, I have looked for job for long, I haven't got job. Now God gave this job I got, it was from God. Because if it's not from God, I will not dream about it.
Sure.
All these things I went through, I will not go through it. Now, when I got this job, I became very happy. So I decided to do the job with all my heart, honestly and faithfully. So I started, yes.
Where and when have you worked in the police? The stations, the formation, have you worked in the Nigerian Police?
Okay, I worked in the Nigerian Police from that dog section. I stayed there for about more than 12 years.
That's same place.
For more than years. From there, I started my career. When I was there, I see that my qualification, modern school cannot carry me anywhere. I decided to take tuition from Rapid Resource College, London. So from there, I did my ordinary
correspondent.
Yes, I did GC ordinary and advanced. I got my papers in ordinary and 2 in A level. So I was there. Then they were promoting people. They didn't promote me. Then they have transferred me now back to headquarters at Kefi. Police just headquarters at Kefi.
Okay.
So from there I was. So one IJ, they said there were too many complaints concerning people with qualification and they were not promoted or they were neglected. They said we should write application to the IG direct in his office. That is Mr. Sulaiman then.
Then
1979 or so. So I wrote my own application. So I was favored. In 1980, I was given corporal on basis of education and good service. Then promising me that when there is opportunity, cadet, I will be enlisted, I will go for cadet course. So I was in that corporal for 1 year. In 1981, they enlisted me to go for cadet course on the basis of my qualification.
A-level.
Now that time I have done another course, salesmanship and marketing, to accompany. I don't know wherever I'm going to find my work to assist me. So I was promoted inspector in 1981. First of May or so. So there I was. Then at that police dog session now, they said we are too many officers throughout the whole nation. So we should go for compassion course because it's quite a long time. Many of us have left general duty. So we are now going back to general duty. So we should go to compassion course. All of us, about 18 or 20 of us, we are selected throughout the whole federation from all states where we have in dog section. So we went to Kaduna for compassion course.
Okay.
After the compassion course, every one of us for that compassion, because it's the inspector, corporal, inspector, ASP, DSP, SP, CSP. They said we are too many in the force because by our stay in the police dog section, we would debar other people from progress. So they posted us. They posted me back to Lagos. From Lagos now, they transferred me to
C inspector.
Seal inspector. They transferred me to Ilupeju police station, that Jakande police station there.
Very close to.
Yeah, there I was posted as as traffic officer for some time. Then after that, they posted me to be the station officer. That's where I started.
Still an inspector.
Yes.
Station officer. At that level, have you married? When you were inspector, have you married? You have a wife at home? Or you have
I married in 1979.
So it was that same period you were promoted to inspector, you got married?
No. I got married when I was a constable.
You got married when you were a constable?
Yes, 1969.
That's when you got married?
I got married. I got my first issue in 1970.
With life then?
Yes.
Were the salary be able to get you a wife? As a constable?
Yes.
You say you got married as a constable?
Yes.
1969?
Yes.
And 1970 you have your first child?
Yes.
And within this period you are still a constable?
Yes.
How much were you earning that can make you to get married, to put a wife at home?
That time, life was not like this. And it depends on your vision.
Okay.
Depends on your progress, on your planning. The type of girl you are going to marry. And the type of understanding between two of you. And the type of planning. Because this life, progress in life, you have to plan it. God is in charge of everything.
You have to plan. You have to plan together.
If you don't plan to succeed, you plan to fail.
Yes, sir.
So I got married to an industrious girl.
Boldly said that.
Yes. So we continue to decide our life. Because I was thinking, if I'm going to wait till I am rich before I got married, anybody I'm going to marry, when it's all, I'm now in this place or this and that, he may marry me because of what I got. But I decided to start from the scratch, from any woman that I'm going to build my life with. So we started.
As you cooperated?
Yes.
Love what you have then?
That time is not money. Not like today.
It's not money.
It's not money. Women marry for prestige and honor. An industry. Not only when you get your only car, like when we are seeing today, get building, get fat money in your account. No, it was not so. During my own time, and from where I come from. Yes. Women plan life together with their husbands, and they enjoy together with their husband when things move better. I have no regret.
Thank you, sir. When you came back to Lagos, transferred to Lagos, and you were a station officer, what was your experience then at Ilupeju? You were still an inspector. So how did you graduate?
Marking.
Yes, sir.
Those years to get inspector is not an easy thing. It's not cash and carry. There are some people 10 years, 15 years, they are still constable. So before you can move from corporal, after corporal you must stay some years. After constable you must stay some years, at least 5 years. 5 years I don't think it's possible, sir, unless there is one great work you do. One extraordinary work you do, and God is with you. And there is publication that people are going to see that you do that work and value that work. Because many people did more than that and they were not recognized. But if your luck is with you, you arrest an armed robber, Also, armed robbery is not by intention. It's by law.
Yeah.
If you arrested the wanted man and you are published, or your arrest or your victory is goes to the hub, that is the authority that actually value it, then they will give you promotion. Some promotion were on length of service and good service. Good service, I mean, is that no complaint against you, and you are doing your work as it was. So when you are going to do the interview, and your officer like you to grade you well, because it's ABC. If you are not graded well, that is, if you have been having whether the station you work before, they have been giving you A. Then you are transferred to another station.
And they give you
whether anything happens, that your A is demoted to B or C, which means you are declining in efficiency or what. You are going to start from A again until you get that B 3 times, and there is no C inside. Then you can be recommended for promotion, unless there is one extra thing you do that is
before you can get promotion.
Yes, that was that time. When you were promoted corporal, you are going to be promoted sergeant. You are going to be promoted inspector. These times, these years in between counts.
Like 12, 15 years.
But now I have scaled those years.
To become an inspector.
From 1980 now to 81, I become inspector. I have superseded.
Because of your education.
When we are talking of force, if not for that policy
that came that period,
that IG introduced that period, this will not have happened. Unless you find your way to a good politician or a good person.
Okay.
Notable people who can
start being like that for long.
Who can speak for you
from top.
Then you can, and you are fortunate that division or that state where you are, they have vacancy for promotion, because there are so many things that works in the police. If you are fortunate to be promoted, to be transferred to the place where the quota is filled, you will stay there for long. But if you are transferred to a place where the quota is shortage of officers, when you have clean record and good recommendation, you are going to be promoted. So there are so many things count in the police, not just qualification or whatever.
Thank you, sir. When you got married and you started having children, were you stationed in a place, or mama was somewhere and the children and you were another place? You stationed together with
No, I didn't do that.
Okay.
I gave back to them and they are with me.
They are with you?
Yes.
So each time transfer
all the while they were with me.
Each time transfer comes, or you don't go and transfer?
Before, what I was telling you is that I started there. I will post move for headquarters. That is police dot section. Kevin. We are staying in the quarter. I'm still in the surface.
You have a quarter, a police quarter.
You're having quarters. Anywhere you go, anywhere you are transferred to, when you have not been transferred out of that state, you are going to stay in that quarter. So my children and wife, they were staying in the quarter. We are living together. So when I go anywhere I go, I will come and meet them.
Now, so the question to ask you. In those days, we used to hear esprit de corps. Now that you have retired that day, do you still make use of your esprit de corps?
In those days, there was real prestige and honor for policemen. But because there were not so much fake police officers. So esprit de corps means we are the same. We are members of
the same family.
So you introduce yourself. Esprit de corps. If you don't know what is it, where from where? I am so. From so place. So instead of delaying you, they will let you go. But nowadays, because of so many people claiming for what they are not, esprit de corps doesn't work so much. Now,
your rise in police, because we stop at inspector. Inspector, SP, ASP. Tell us that story. Before you got retired, we are interested in promotion.
From that inspector, I went to Ilupeju Police Station.
Okay.
I stayed 3 years there. So from there, when I was in Ilupeju Police Station, many people who came from headquarters, they were telling me that I am PRO product. PRO product. I was wondering, what do they mean by PRO product? Was there any fault in my ability or in my doing? Was there any report? I didn't know what they mean. Until one day, at the end of my 3 years or something,
Okay.
there is a signal to our division from headquarters that I am needed in PRO. PRO? Say yes.
That's probably the same public relation.
Public Relations Office. PRO? That was 1988.
88.
88. PRO? Well, what did they do in PRO? Okay. God brought me to this job. Anywhere he wants to carry me, I carry my bag. Immediately I saw I did my handover. I went to report at the PRO office. In the PRO office, I didn't know whether they have gone to check all my records. From my records, they brought me there. They say I'm going to be in charge of the press.
Wow.
So in any posting, I have no complaint. They took me to the CP. The PRO took me to the CP. That is the new officer, and he's going to be in charge of the press. I said, okay, it's a challenge. Let me see the education I have. I've not used it anywhere. So maybe this is where I'm going to use it. So I was, they gave me a vehicle. I was then a teacher. I was an inspector. My vehicle was station wagon to carry me from Ije to Ikeja every day and for my assignment. My driver was an inspector like myself.
He was an inspector and you are also an inspector.
Yes, but the position.
Opposition, okay.
The office.
The office, yes.
Yes. So they gave the vehicle to the office. Being in charge of that section,
yes.
they allotted it to me. The fueling, everything is for the government. The only is just to carry me to
anywhere
my
you
program.
go.
Now my program was NTA Channel 10.
Okay. NTA Channel 10.
Yes, police beat.
Okay, police beat. Yeah.
That is television. But the one talking is missing vehicle, stolen vehicle, recovered vehicle, police information, whatever. Then I have another one at Channel 7.
Okay.
Surulere also. That is police beat.
Okay, good.
Police enlightenment too.
Okay.
So I took it as a challenge, and I thank God. My best friend then were pressmen and presswomen.
Yes, now.
Because they flood my office. Whenever there is anything concerning the police or they want any information about the police, they came to my office, they refer them to me. So from if I cannot handle it, I carry to the PRO. The PRO cannot handle this, we will go to the commissioner. So every day we have paper cuttings and briefing to the commissioner. So I did that one for 5 years.
During the period when you were the PRO and you are going like this, were you promoted because of that?
This is the wonder of it. I was delighted to be promoted, to be taken to that office.
Okay.
I did all I can to see that we were promoted. There was no question of our performance. But another thing happened which I will not be able to say. Concerning the head and the authority then. So all of us officers in that, our inspector in that case, they brought back to B instead of A, which we have been having.
So we took it back to B.
Yes.
All of you, not only you.
All of us. So we had to start afresh from that B until we get 3.
Before you move to A again.
Before you move. No, if we have got B now. If you got B later, and then you get A, your promotion is steady. But if not, you are still going to be. So this is what happened that time. That was one of my regrets in life.
You like the posting, but no promotion.
We did work like no man time. It was the time of this man who broke Morocco. Raji Rasak
was
our governor.
Who be this guy?
Hmm. So it was his daughter. But why I didn't quarrel so much with that, why I was not so, I was taken negatively, they were killing so many policemen at the roadblocks, at the beats.
At the place.
Armed robbers were terrorizing seriously in Lagos State and other states that time. It was the time of Adenuga or something like that. So keeping me there, I was thinking whether God definitely want to preserve my life for my children or for myself. That is why I was just taken to that office
To hide you.
to help me. Because at Ilupeju, about 2 times, some of our policemen, officers, inspectors at this, in the night they came there. So when I was taken from Ilupeju to that place, the according looking back at what happens or what has been happening to other inspectors during riot where they were killing them. So I took it with good faith. Well, maybe
It's like a change.
yes,
A change for promotion. Where you you can get promotion is not safe. And here that you are safe.
So that was, I thought within my conscience that that was God's compensation to me. Though there was my best friends then were just freshmen. We are eating groundnut in the office whenever they come to bring me.
Not pepper soup.
Maybe nothing like that.
As a public
But I was happy with it. Yeah.
Yeah. When you were a public relation officer, I know you go to a TV station, radio station, TV station.
Yeah.
You love the job.
I love the job.
Like
Why I love the job?
Yes.
Why I love the job is that I started from very poor home.
So
My
you
parents were
reflect
not
back.
educated. And now I got me to an office where the whole Nigeria can be hearing me.
Sure.
And my people, my children, my family at home, my friends
You watching their dad.
can be hearing me anytime I appear in the program. That one gave me one of the greatest happiness in my life.
Sure.
Nobody hear my father, nobody hear my mother. But this is their son.
There's talking.
So, yeah, we are not talking of money now.
No, yes.
Because that money cannot buy that.
No.
You cannot promote it, you cannot transfer yourself to PRO to speak
at all.
Now God gave me that opportunity to speak upon all that I was from a very poor home. So He gave me the light and happiness and to serve God more.
When you are serving the police,
yes,
what do you say is the worst moment that you have seen, unpalatable moment in the police? That's
I got so many, but I'm going to give one instance.
Okay, sir.
In what year was that? Was it 1998?
1998.
Yes.
1998.
1998, I was posted to Lion Building, Area A, Lion Building, as Ops Officer 2. So one day, the union, the motor union,
this road transport union,
they were dragging. I believe they were dragging station. They were dragging to take station.
As
usual they do with knife, with cutlass, with everything.
With weapons.
The weapon at Marina. So they came to the station to report. Fortunately, unfortunately, they reported to area commander.
Okay.
Now area we were thinking within ourselves, me and the DPO or whatever. These people don't come. At least they take their station with their cutlass, with everything. Why want to concise us now? They will settle this thing themselves. But the area commander called me and DPO. Said, Ops Officer, DPO come. This is complaint. These people were fighting in the at Marina. So you people should go there. Yeah, I said, yes, sir. He said, Kabiru, are you going to tell me anything? He knows that with these people,
they are wala.
And we didn't prepare for this. So it has called on me. There's nothing I can do. That is where I saw the greatest work of God Almighty in my life. So I called people. We gathered people. We carried vehicle. I was leading them.
Okay, you were leading that team.
Yeah, I'm not officer now. Ops Officer is anything concerning riot, complaint.
That was your post then.
Yeah, I was the period of Officer. So when we were going up, we went there. We came down.
What officer is that? Not operation officer.
Operation officer. So there was nothing. I was talking to them. the crowd was becoming more and more.
When you got there?
Yes, they're becoming more violent. I called the DPO and told him that this is the situation of things, we need reinforcement. So they told the commissioner that they need reinforcement and so there is riot. So we were there. These people they are becoming more and more. Area boys have taken over. We don't know who actually is demonstrating again. We are pleading with them. They were listening, some were listening, So eventually it became very, very violent. So we called the vehicle. I called the vehicle. The vehicle came. I want to see that my men entered the vehicle and escaped. Yeah. I was in the front. I didn't want to look back to the rioters. So before I could enter the vehicle, and about 3 of us, the vehicle moved because they want to break the glass of the vehicle.
The vehicle moved and left
3 of us. How are we going to escape? So I started to run. When they are going to get me, I will shoot into it. My mind told me not to shoot anybody.
You have your weapons with you.
You can't go to operation without weapons. So my mind told me not to shoot anybody. And anything my mind tells me, I obey. So I just shoot into the air. I started to run. But that running, I was full of prayer. God, look at my children. My children, they are at home. They have daily bread. I come to find you. I didn't offend these people, though. I didn't even know them to offend them. Yeah. God, you save me, save me, save me. I was going. There is nobody who cannot run. Sure. If you don't run, if you say you cannot run, you have never seen trouble in your life.
They will make you to run.
I started to run. I started to pray. I was thinking that after getting to that CMS library, opposite, I think, opposite fertilizer.
Yeah.
The park, you see the park vehicle there. I was thinking,
it's like a Ford Junction.
Yeah, that tree, that fruit tree. I was thinking that if I can get there,
you'll be able to
I will bend down.
Somewhere.
Even if they are throwing something, it will not reach me. I will get to Lion Building. My mind was telling me that, but I should not.
But the others, you called officers, you didn't even bother again.
My dear man, in a station like that, you live for your life. When jungle mature, everybody defend himself. So I was just praying. As I was praying, I was feeling pity for my children. This is how I'm going to live my children. Hey, these innocent children now, they don't know what is happening. I started to pray to God. God, you are the one that gave me these children now. How are you going to make them fatherless at this age? God, I continue to pray. As I was running, I was praying. As I moved steps like this, that prayer, God, you are the only person. You are the one that called me for this job. So, I want to save me now. This thing will not be enough. Sure. So I was praying. I go to that place, to that tree, that vehicle. You know the junction now. I know. When you are facing race course. So I was thinking that, that library, there is wire you can't climb.
Okay.
But I was thinking by going by the side of the library wall, and there is vehicle. These people flying. I will just bend. Be going. If I can escape there, they can never meet me. But when I got there, looking front of me, there is a vehicle that has blocked the entrance where I should pass. My mind, this is my savior. Where my savior came. My mind told me to look back at people who are going to kill me. As I was,
they were still after you.
I say riot. God. Do you think civilians? I don't think civilians are truly friends of the police. Never mind our slogan. So my mind told me to look back. As I was just looking back like this, the people pursuing me to kill me, they don't know whom they are pursuing. Right from the time from Marina, the people who took over the riot, the area boys took over the riot, they don't know the officer. Actually, they know they are pursuing the police,
but they don't know who.
They don't know that police. But on my looking back like this, they saw my face. Papa Jebu, you No, they will not kill you.
Ah.
But on looking back like that, one of them, whether iron low, whether bottle low, it's not bottle. Bottle cannot be so heavy. Whether stone, I don't just know. I just hear bah
On your head.
on my head. So as I hear, I've already fallen down. Falling down. Then these other boys was is our our OC, our station officer at Adenuga is our OC at so. They were giving account of where I have worked before, and I have helped them. I don't know them. I see them. I can never know them from Adams. They've wedged me. Now I am down. They block. There is circle there.
Yeah.
I can't go. They block this place so that no any other one will hit me. They blocked me. They started fighting within themselves because I did not work like that. As I fell down, my pistol fell.
The pistol fell, and they couldn't pick it.
You know, my mind has told me not to shoot anybody. So they wedged me now. I was there. My eyes were bloodshot, most especially this writer was bloodshot. I was feeling very uneasy, but I was hearing all their comments. At the at this, at that, at this, they were giving commendations of what when they met me.
Account of you. When
Good account of me. It was true I was dying. But that account they were giving revived me, gave me hope. See, now maybe this. So now true they say if person die, they go, angel go come. They give account of what the man has done in life. My own I never died. So, oh my God. I started. I became very happy. They recovered my pistol for me. They raised me up. Now, they took me out of that place. I don't know them from Adam. Whether they're angel or whether they're human being, I don't just know. But I know that forces raised me up. So, they passed me through that place. That time, the whole town was deserted. Go and ask anybody. August 4, 1999. So, I was taken off. I couldn't say anything again. They said they were taking me to station. They are going to lead me to station. These boys, we don't know. When I did it good to them, we should station. But they were giving good remark. I couldn't say, but I was thanking God. You don't save me at my children. You don't save me at my children. You don't save my life today, God. I will serve you all the days of my life. I started to pray.
You now begin to remember the meaning of David.
Yeah. So then my mind told me that if I had been wicked to them, although by the time they needed my help, whether I have shown them or have demanded anything or whatever that doesn't please them or whatever, now I fall free
to their hands.
What would have been my life today? Then my mind was telling me maybe the end of my life. Because they will not take, now be that.
That is a wicked man.
So the lesson I drew from that is that in my life, as far as I'm feeling this force, I will never obstruct anybody, to help anybody. I will try as much as possible to assist any way I can, provided I'm safe.
Now, we'll talk about the bitter part, unpalatable.
Yeah.
The sweetest experience, the palatable one that you can say, oh, this same thing, I'm happy doing when I was in service, I'm happy during my lifetime.
Okay. What gave me happiness is that that very day
that incident happened.
That is August 4, 1999. Was the very day I had my first grandson.
First grandson?
Yes.
That same day
that very day, on the 4th of August. God. Was the very day I had my grandson. Then I was thinking that if unfortunately these people have killed me that day, what name would they give that grandson? Babatunde can be whatever.
But God kept you alive.
For that, I gave thanks to God for being so merciful to me and my family. He had my prayer when I was in distress and rescued me from death. Now he doesn't leave the children and the family. So that gave me one of the greatest happiness in my life.
Sir, by June 2nd, you clock 83. You're a father.
Yeah.
Have children. You're a retired officer. What do you want the body, everybody watching you throughout the whole world, what do you want them to remember you for?
I want them to remember me
Yes.
That there is nothing you do in life that has no gain.
That's no gain.
Yes. If you are doing bad, you have the gain. If you are doing good, you have the gain. But it's better to do good so that you can get more gain.
You can be proud of it.
Reward from God. So money, position is not everything. Hold on to your God. And God never leave anybody in distress, provided you serve him well.
What advice can you give? Because presently your time, because if you look at now, even the governor of Lagos State, by age is your son. You have lived in Lagos, you have stayed in Lagos. You don't say, Daddy, give us advice. What advice can you give the government of the day now?
Lagos,
yes. And even federal. Let's say politician generally.
Okay.
What you have experienced.
What I had in life is this. What is troubling Nigeria is Nigerian government.
Nigerian government is our problem.
Yes. They were saying that things were bad, and things were getting bad already. In the olden days, when we were young, there were employment companies for young men to work. Nowadays, many of the companies are gone, and the population is increasing. Right?
They need more jobs.
They need more jobs. They need more jobs. They need more hospital. They need more other facilities. Because as everything is expanding, things should be expand also.
Yes.
What is happening in the police mostly, I'm a policeman, I don't want to say so much about it. It's shortage of manpower.
Shortage of manpower.
Yes. When we started this work, they were recruiting policemen every 6 months. Because some people were retiring, some people were sick, some people were wounded, they were leaving the job, there were vacancies. And apart from that, the population is increasing. So they need more policemen per people.
Yeah.
But now, instead of increasing the policemen to take care of the people, many people are getting out of the police and no replacement. So the few people that are remaining in the police are overburdened. Overlabored. So the work that 3 people should do, 1 person is doing it. How will it work? Now the vehicle they were giving the policemen for patrol, who is financing it? Who is fueling it?
You should tell us that. Maybe you have a...
No, cooperation, this police parents association also, they were assisting.
Before or now?
Well, I don't know. Since I left, I cannot say about us. I don't go to station again. So I don't know. But what I know is that facilities will be provided for the police to do the job. This uniform we were wearing when we entered the police, the government is supplying us together with shoes. They are going to cut us. But now we don't know how far. If you want people to do the job, you must provide amenities for him to do the job. And the facility to do the job and make him happy. It's only a happy worker you can get the best of him. This is part of the things that is following us. Now, insecurity everywhere, shortage of policemen are causing most of these things. Many of the work the army or the police, the other forces are doing, formerly were done by mobile police force. In 1980, Anti-Matasine riot in Kano, it was the mobile. The mobile the IB drafted there, not the army. It was the mobile that quenched the riot.
Yes.
Now, where are the mobile men? Where are the policemen? The policemen were not sufficient for the station. How much more? Mobile. So these are the things the government should do about. And the welfare of the police too. If you want to get the best of a worker, you must treat him very well. You must care for him. You must make him happy. You must make him to be comparative with other his mates or working in other areas. Look where policemen live at times. The policeman that should say you should guard your life, you should protect your life.
So risk his life.
How protected is he? How well cared for is he? And it's the federal Nigerian. A policeman doesn't commit offense before he joined the force. It was to serve the nation.
Yeah.
And somebody that is going to serve the nation, then no, let us leave it so.
Thank you, sir. As we are running up now, when did you got retired and what rank did you retire with?
I retired as DSP.
DSP. I mean,
Deputy Superintendent of Police, 3 stars.
3 stars. When was that, sir?
It was year 2003.
2003.
Yeah.
So you were in your 60s when you. I
Hmm?
think you were 60 plus when you retired.
Yeah, I was 60. I've served 35 years in the force.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
I want you to help us advise. You have advised government. I want you to help us advise Nigerian youth because everybody's watching you.
Now, what I think is happening is this. There is no employment for the youths. An idle brain,
It's
the devil's workshop. We have one devil that can never be satisfied with bleeding, and that is the stomach. He has to take whether rich or bad, whatever, he must take something in a day. When somebody doesn't have mind, anything to feed the stomach. A happy man is the one that follows the law.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, sir.
An unhappy man, a degenerated man, cannot obey the law. Because that devil or angel in his body, which is the mind demanding food, doesn't know whether right or wrong. Any food you put on the front of the man is going to take. But when there is no food, he will look for food at any cost. When you are preaching for a hungry man, you don't feed him first. How do you want him to listen to you? This is what is happening in this country. The country belongs to us. You can't go to anywhere. Yes. Now, am I going to Japan? Where am I Japan? If I don't have anybody, if I don't have any of my children or friends that are inviting me to come and stay with them or to come and visit them. But if the country is good, it's all right. Then when things are bad, what future is for the younger generation? If you cannot tackle it to some extent now and make life prosperous for them, promising for them, it's just like a man just having children without giving education, without giving them any training. Most of the things I consider that is worrying us in this country is we don't follow technical education. There are so many universities. How many technical universities have we have? That is university that can teach the young ones to work on their own, not on employment.
Self-employed.
And be expert. This is my own feeling.
Yes, sir.
This is what I thought.
Yes.
I may be wrong.
The whole world is listening.
I may be right.
The whole world is listening.
So this is just what technical education is what we need most. During the time of Awolowo, I said I went to modern school.
Yes, sir.
In modern school, I learned carpentry.
Yes, you said so.
By the time when I was out of job, I couldn't get job. I referred to that carpentry to feed myself.
So.
If I had not learned that in the school, what would I be doing? I'd be hanging around. I will be prone to crime.
Yeah.
It's possible because I want to eat,
yes,
and there is no way I can eat. If you say you go to farm, your father doesn't get farm, you are going to. Which farm are you going to do? You know, during that time, Awolowo started farm settlement.
Yes.
So that the people who came out of school, if they cannot get anything to do, they go to farm settlement and everything they work. They produce something for the country. But today, how many of that? They say they were giving money. How many people will you give money to? You give money today. The money that is meant for development, you give it to somebody to feed. You give tomorrow to feed. You give next tomorrow to feed. What result are you going to get from that money? But if you give them job and use that money to provide amenities for them and job for them, it will create more opportunity and more wealth for the nation and for the people. And the people will be happy. They cry no food today, no food tomorrow will be less. So that's just my feeling. I may be wrong, but this is my own opinion of what is happening.
Thank you, viewers. I come to the end of today the program with our father in the house, Pat David Ogunbajo. JP. JP. Yes. Sorry for not adding that. If you want to seriously, these are people that you can learn from. These are people you can listen to and you can better your life. Just get to us in this station. We'll link you up with Pa Ogunbajo. I'm seriously, at this age, we need to learn from him. He's just full of experience. It's full of life. Like I said, if we sit here for 24 hours, we'll keep on ditching out the best for the youth and for our generation. I will say welcome, Daddy.
Thank you very much.
Now welcome to
and the youths.
Yes, sir.
Crime doesn't pay.
Yes, sir.
There is no time A crime at the end of the day, you may be successful in the morning. When one is caught, that what you have got will be useless. You become some nobody between in the community, and you be a terror to the community and a terror to yourself, in the sense that you have no rest of mind, because the police will be hunting you. Your heart, your mind will be hunting you, and you are offending God, because the Bible say God is going to bless the work of your hand, and when you don't do good work. So if God bless what you have, is it not? What is it?
Thank you, viewers. Like I said, you can share our videos, make comment on what Daddy have just said, and if you want to reach out to him, reach out to us here. We'll reach out to Daddy. He's still strong. June 2nd is his birthday. I wish all of you can gather together and mark it by special grace of God. He will live beyond 83 and 90, by inshallah, and by God's grace. He's very strong. Like I said earlier, when I started, he's still a very handsome young man, a young papa. So I wonder, when he was younger, in short, women will have flooded his house, but thank God he's a disciplined man. Like he said he's disciplined and he knows where he's coming from. Thank you very much. I come to the end of today's program. Don't worry, if you still want him to come back, we'll still bring him. But for this time around, we call to the end of program today. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye for now. Thank you.